please give it up for Jazre Organics. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank each and every one of y'all for coming out. Want to give a special shout out to Miss Vastina, Mr. Kevin, for bringing me here today. I'm excited. I'm down at UMS, y'all. Like, how exciting is that? I did come from Baltimore County today. I live in Owens Mills, Maryland. So it's like almost a 3 hour drive to get here. I got here. I had to leave super early because the traffic. So now I'm just sitting in the parking lot, just waiting and waiting and waiting. So that brings a little anxiety. But I get anxiety because I love what I do. I love what I do. So before I get started, I'm not even going to ask all y'all names. What I want to do is break y'all up in 2 groups. So we have this side right here being a group, and this side, anybody on this side from middle to be in the group. So I got a little short exercise for you. All right. All right. If you're in this group here, young man, y'all in this group right here. So I got something for you. So I'm gonna give you a couple minutes. All right. Group number 1, start putting that puzzle together. Group number 2, which is y'all, as a group. Huddle up. She said, now I can't see. All right, as a group, put the picture together. I heard someone say, there it is. Uh-oh. Yeah, we are. Yeah, more, huh? All right, give me a smile. Team 1, give me a smile. 5, 4, 3, 2. Everybody put their hand towards the thing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Perfect. Ah, all right. Let me get a smile. Put your towards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Wow. All right. So I want everybody to have one of these for later. This is for later. No had to worry about that now. This is for later. Mm-hmm. All right, team number 1. Team number 1. What happened? Did we have a leader? Did we have one person that was the main leader, or we all worked together as a team? We all worked together as a team, right? And the common goal was to get the puzzle together, right? All right. Team number 2. Did we have a leader, or did we work together as a team? Work together as a team. But guess what? On their puzzle, they had two pieces. In your puzzle, you had all the pieces to the puzzle, and you worked as the team. All right, so today I want to introduce you to a concept called strategic planning. Has anybody ever heard of strategic planning before? All right, so it's a plan you put together that you strategically try to achieve a goal, and we'll go over that in a few seconds. All right, my name is Randy, like he said, my name is Randy Potter. Everybody call me DJ Randy P, the positive one, or the goal champion, because I help so many people achieve their goals. So what I want to do today is show you my timeline to success, get you a feel of how I've made it to where I'm at now. So before I even just talking about my story, I want you to think of 5. I want you in your mind, on your phone, on a piece of paper, write down 5 different goals you have that you would like to achieve in the next 5 years. 5 things you like to achieve within the next 5 years. And I special shout out to the president of UMS. Big shout out to her. Big shout outs again to Mr. Kevin and Miss Fastina. There's 5 goals you would like to achieve in the next 5 years. All right, we're almost done. All right, so let me share with you a little bit about my story And then at the end, I want you to piece it all together, just like you just put that puzzle together. We're gonna piece it all together. All right, so let's start off here. First of all, I was born in 1970. Let's get that out this way. I was 1970. Boom! I made it on this earth. Yay! I got made here. All right. In 1980, my parents decided to give me some turntables. So no, they was called record players at the time. So I was 10 years old, and my parents got me two record players. I didn't have a mixer; I just had the two record players. So now I'm like want to explore the world of DJ. So the following year, we was living in Eastern Maryland at the time. The following year, I moved to Cambridge, Maryland. Eastern Shore, party capital of the Eastern Shore, Cambridge, Maryland. At that time, so I was in the 7th grade, and hip hop was just getting started. So everybody's break dancing and doing all that. And guess who was the DJ? And guess why I was a DJ? Because I was the only kid who had turntables. At that time, all the DJs was grown men. So there wasn't no other kid didn't have turntables. So when I moved to Cambridge, I was the only kid with turntables. So I kind of like became the DJ out of default. So every week I had a guy, his name was Milton. I call him my cousin. I would go to his house. He lived in the Greenwood Projects. And I would set my speakers outside, and all day long we just play hip hop music. I played the R&B and whatever that too, but the rap we played, and this is in '82, so those that might know about '82 rap, it was different, more party style. So within that time period, someone at school said I had my Walkman on, playing the tapes, and it was like, hey, what you listen to it? I said, I'm listening to my tape. Who made that tape for you? Made it myself. Oh, you make tapes? Can you make me one? Yeah, for $1. Yeah. So now instantly I start selling tapes for $1. Now, but how I actually became an entrepreneur was I'm DJing in the park every week for free for a whole year. Somebody decides, well, we want Randy to DJ at our birthday party. So I asked my parents, can I DJ? They said, yeah, you gotta be home by 11 o'clock. Okay. I'm DJing at the party. And after the party, the lady gave me $20. I was like, what did you give me? This is me, 12 years old. Give me $20. You DJ at my party, I'm paying you. What? I get paid for it? I didn't know I got paid for it. I've been doing it for free out of love of DJing, not because I thought I can get any money off of it. So once I got that $20, y'all, you know what it was. You heard that sign, ching, ching, ching. Like, okay. Now I start to sell mixtapes. Okay. So I'm in middle school at this time, selling mixtapes just to the kids in school. All right. So what happens is a few years go by and people are starting to know me. That's the guy that makes the mixtapes, right? So one day I'm riding home with my parents. I didn't have my license yet, 15 years old. And I noticed some guys standing in the corner. And I said, why are they standing in that corner? I said to myself, they must be selling that stuff, right? I didn't really know much about drugs, but I knew something wasn't right. So as I ride home, I said, I wonder what happened if I start trying to sell my tapes on the street corner. So, all right. So I go out there with my little tapes. It was like a block away from my house. So I'm out there. What's up? Anybody want to buy a tape? They should literally be like this. Get back, shorty. They see me walking down the street. No, get back. No, get back. Now, I didn't understand the dangers of the street life. I didn't understand that. I was sheltered out in the house. So I didn't understand the danger or just even danger like getting in jail, get locked up and stuff. So they used to be like, get we want to buy a tape. So every now and again, sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. But coming out the house selling tapes. So I'm walking you there. I'm giving you another piece to my puzzle. So now I'm not only selling in middle school. By that time I'm in high school. Now I'm selling on the street corner. So now, and at that time I switched up from $1 to $5 because you will give me $5 for this tape, right? All right, 1988. I graduate from Cambridge, South Dorchester. I'm gone. I'm a man now. I graduate. Yes. I enrolled in, which is a community college, right? No money. I paid for my college all by myself. I worked all summer long. I sold mixtapes and I stayed at parties, and I was able to pay for my home tuition. My parents didn't have to give me any money. I'm feeling good right now. Yeah. And because I'm at a school, you know how community college is, you got different counties going to one school. Now people are starting to know about me in Caroline County and Kent County because they're buying tapes from me. Now, hey, remember, this is pre-internet. This is no, this ain't no internet time. You couldn't you had to actually physically get the tape. You wasn't gonna download anything. You had to actually see me to get the tape. So my strategy was, okay, people start getting tapes from me. Let me go to each town. So every day of the week, I would go to each town and sell mixtapes until I'm sold out. The next day, I'm going to another town. Now I'm going to Laurel. Now I'm going to Seaford. Now I'm coming to Salisbury. So now I'm out of Cambridge, Dorchester County. Now I'm hitting all the counties on the Eastern Shore. Actually, my nickname on the street, I had two nicknames. One of them was called DJ Randy P, the positive one. They said, you're the only one out here selling something. Then this was happening in '85, and then they start saying Randy P got the whole Eastern Shore in effect. Why? Because I was selling mixtapes all around, and no one really knew who I was. My tapes precede me. So what I didn't know. Let me give you. What I didn't know was when I sold you a tape, you got your cousins, your brother and your sister, y'all all sharing the tape, dubbing it with each other. I didn't realize that. I'm just selling one tape, right? So now my name is really getting spread out, and I'm wondering how they know me. And most people now, you might say the same thing. So don't feel bad if you feel the same way. But most people used to be like, when they do meet me, they be like, "You Randy P? I thought you're a little short guy. I thought you were some tall guy." That's how big my name came around here. That people actually thought I was some big guy, but not in stature. All right. I'm gonna keep this up here because I love this tape. Yes, yes. I'm working on a tape now too, y'all. So this is blank. This is blank. I'm actually working real tapes right now. You're gonna be my first customer though. It ain't $5 no more though, bro. It ain't $5 no more. More like $50 now. It's specialty. When you go to Walmart, you try to get these albums that I used to buy for $5.99, $4.99. They're $32 now. If you go to Walmart or Target and try to get a real album, anybody got a record player? Start buying records? They are expensive now. I would have been out of business if they're high back in them days. All right, so now I transition from '91. I graduated. Now I graduated from college 2 times. How I was able to graduate 2 times from a community college was when I was in high school, I was studying electronics. And the professor came to the school and said, "Hey, you guys are on a really good trajectory. If you come to our school, you ain't even got to do 2 years. You could do 1 year and you can graduate." So, my little entrepreneur mind was like, "Yeah, I want to do that." So I went to college in '88. Graduated from high school in '88, graduated from college in '89. Got an electronic job. I'm doing good. But you know me, I'm always trying to, expand. So then they started up a engineering program. So I said, I want to get in that. So then I went back 2 years and got a degree again. So now we're gonna focus on '91 to '95. '91 to '95. I'm getting it. I'm doing every house party, every club, anywhere you can think of, I'm there. Like I said, they said Randy P got the whole Eastern Shore in effect. I had a little brown Chevette. Now, have you ever seen the movie House Party before? Who ain't ever seen the movie? In the movie House Party, they had Martin Lawrence was the DJ. He had the speakers coming out the back. That was me in the '80s. Speakers coming out the back, little tiny car, and literally, and this is a true story. When the movie came out, when I was in Chesapeake, I was actually the leader of the Black Student Union. So I said, let's go to DC this week. So we had a trip to go to DC. Some kind of way we had students that lived in Virginia. So we said, we're going to see the students where they live at. They lived in Virginia. I think it's Alexandria or something like that. So we ended up going to the movies that night after we went to the Smithsonian and all that. And when we went to the movies, I swear, I'm not lying to you, y'all. I've never been to this movie theater before. When the guy came out with his car with the speaker, now everybody looked at me and said, "That's Randy P." I mean, the movie's like, I felt so embarrassed, right? Even though that's actually a good testimony, right? That they knew me in Virginia, that they knew I had a car like that with the speakers out. But And I want to give a special shout out to my parents. My dad's name is Randolph as well. Randolph and Deborah Potter. I want to give them a special shout out because they the ones who started this thing. They got me my first turntables. When I got a car, my dad actually bought me a car before I had my license. So I was 15 and had a car, no license. We ain't gonna talk about that, but I did have a car and I did drive it. But I did drive the car, but wasn't supposed to when I got my license. So one day I was packing my car up. He said, "Man, what are you doing?" No. He said, "You don't pack it up like this. You not." I wasn't getting the most out of the little space I had. So he said, "No, you put your speakers like this." So he actually taught me how to pack a small compact car. Today, I purposely a Honda Fit. I purposely drove my Honda Fit this morning down here. I have foreign cars and stuff, but I have this little Honda Fit, and I just love a small car. But it just brings me back to my roots. With my what I did. So anyway, let's skip past here. I'm gonna go back to 91 to 95 because this is very important as far as my strategy, my time of success. In 96, I mean not 95, at December 26th, I actually gave my life to God. So do you know if you don't understand what that means spiritually, I'm gonna tell you what it means business wise. I had to start off over. I built for 13 years. I built myself all from 82 to 95. I built this good business up. And I did a lot in music, and I'm gonna show you in a few minutes. And now I gotta start all over again. All right, man. It was the best thing I could do, but now I gotta start over again. So in that process of starting over again, I took a job. Now I have a degree in electronics. I'm into that stuff. All the technology, I'm into that. I take this job at a place with people with disabilities and seniors, something I'm definitely familiar with. I'm not a CNN. I don't all the things you had to do to be working that field. CNN, get your med tech license. I don't know if anybody worked in that field before, but it's a lot you had to do to work in that field. They end up making me the supervisor, I guess, because I had a degree or whatever. But I ended up working at this place for 22 years. In 1998, I bought my first investment property. Now listen, I was only working about 5 hours a day. That's no money. Even now, that's no money. But somebody took a chance and gave me a loan to buy a house. When I went to go get the loan, I didn't even have any credit. All my life, I bought everything cash money. So the woman was like, "Well, you don't have any credit. You trying to get a loan? You don't have no credit." She said, "You got to get a credit card." Ma'am, I'm not getting no credit card. I'm telling you that right now. So they worked it out. The bank gave me the money. I bought this investment property. In 2021, I produced now, and 91 to 95, really from 86 to 95, but this say 91, 95, I start producing artists. I start working with artists and I produce them. So I'm selling my mixtapes, I'm DJing, I'm working with artists from all around, not just in Maryland. So in 21, I got back. I mean, 2000, that should be say 21, should be 2001, sorry. 2001, I got back. So now I'm starting this whole career over again. Now I'm in a place now I can produce a group. So I put out this group in 2001. How do you want your thing distributed? Do you want it physical, which is like Tower Records? Anybody ever heard of Tower Records before? This was the record store at the time that was hot. You heard of FYE, right? FYE, yeah, that's still current now. Well, anyway, they had a list of these record stores, and you want to sell your records. So one of the things they said, do you want to do it digitally? I don't know what that means, so I check it. I don't know what that means. Don't you know, y'all, that meant streaming? I didn't know that. This is in '01. Nobody I knew anything about any streaming. So I'm a type of person, I'm very strategic, and I really, really care about statistics. So every month I would download everything that happened in my account for my selling the product, my CD products. And it would have, sometimes it would be the download would be 99 cents or less, or 69 cents. But then I had pages upon pages, and all it was like 0.001. Like, this ain't even a penny. What is this? And then one day it dawned on me. I looked at the thing and it said stream. I said, well, what does stream mean? A stream must mean that they listen to it. Oh, they listen to it. I get paid to listen to it. And this is in probably like '02 at this time. Oh, I get paid to listen. Oh, okay. So now I'm sending out emails to everybody saying, look, listen to my project that I produced. I want you to check it out. If you get by, but I really just try to get them to listen to it so I get my dollar. So it took 100 listens to get a dollar. Then I had an intern from University where downstate intern work for a company. Now and in '96 I started a company again called Revive Sound Production. That's when I started. But I had this intern. He said, "You're trying to get 500 people, but what I'm noticing from the statistics is that if you get 11 people, something like 10 or 11 people to listen, if you get 10 people to listen to 11 tracks, meaning if they listen to the whole CD, that'll be your dollar there." So once he told me that, like, oh, that's okay. Now I got a strategy now. Now I'm trying to get to 11 people. So I'm telling you this for a reason. All right, 2013, I get married. All right, so but from 2001 13, I'm still grinding, trying to get this to float. It took me 15 years to get my business. I'm gonna say it like this: in 15 years, from 2000, from 1996 to whatever 15 years is, I would just basically, I probably was about right here. It might have been. Oh, let me do it. Let me get it right. Help me get it right, young man. Yeah, there we go. It took me back where I was just basically where I got started at, as far as making money, Because now I'm a Christian entertainer and now I'm a Christian DJ, which is a whole nother field, right? That I didn't really know about, but I had to learn. Um, Once I got married, I started a radio show. It's called Warming Up with DJ Randy P. Now they say warming up because I'm the type of DJ that people bring in like to warm up the crowd before the art come on. So within these 91 years from 2009, from 1991 to 95, I DJed parties for 4 or 5 hours, but then I also was a warm-up DJ. So when someone's giving a concert, they say the Civic Center, anything that happened at the Civic Center, I was definitely the DJ that played there here in Salisbury. Like I did that a lot when I was younger. And so now I start this radio show, and now I'm on 10 different stations. So now my radio show is syndicated. I'm on 10 different stations. I'm in Houston. I'm in New York. I'm in Haiti. I'm in all these different stations. 2000. So during this time of me getting this job to 2014, I'm strategizing. I got out of here. I'm tired of wiping butts. I'm tired of I want to get back to the music, right? I had my business, but I was part-time in my business because I'm working 9 hours for someone else. And then I'm spending the rest of my night working for my business. And then of course I work at nights and weekends because I'm an entertainer. So in 2014, I had made up my mind. 2013, I'm gonna leave this job and I'm gonna do it. I leave the job in 2014 after spending 22 years and how they were spending 22 years, I need to go back. I started out working at the place just in summer camps. So I wasn't working there full time, but in the summertime they had kids with disabilities. So someone taught me into working at this company. I said, yeah, we could do that. We're going to the pool every day. Yeah, we could do that. We have party, eat pizza every day. I could do that. Still have my DJ career. So I did it for a couple of summers. So that put me in their system. So now I'm working for them for 22 years. I was able to retire. Then in 2015, I launched what we call the Think Big, Plan Bigger network. After I left my job, I was literally walking one day. Riding down the street, and God said, "Hey, I want you to teach people how to strategize." Now, what I want to say is, from 1996 till 2013, every November, I with myself and said, next year I'm going to do this. I'm leaving this job. It took me 22 years to do it. Every year I write this little plan out. I'm going to do this and that. Sometimes I would be able to accomplish the goal. Sometimes I wouldn't. But I was moving forward. Right? I'm getting there. So I finally got a chance. And then, hey, I spent 22 years building up your company. I need to spend the next 22 years of my life. I ain't young. I'm getting older. Right? So, okay. Once I started this network, it's basically the network, and I'm gonna give you some information about it. It's basically where we bond together as business people, and we not only think big, but we plan bigger. What's the bigger plan? How am I get back to my community? How am I gonna come down to Chrisfield? How am I come down to Princess Anne and give back? So today, what you see me doing, this is something I came up with a long time ago. I'm gonna have a business, but I'm gonna have a business. but I'm going to give back to others. And I'm going to teach people how to do what I do and achieve my goals. All right, so now we get into now. Oh, at 21, I launched my first, and 98, I bought my first investment property. In 21, I started a business where we buy and sell properties, my wife and I. And so we did our first property, and in 21, we did our first property, sold in 21, and going since then. So my wife's a realtor, so she became a realtor. After we got married, my wife became a realtor, and we seen there was a lane there, that we can help people. We went into it basically helping people was upside down with a mortgage or helping, just helping them, say, hey, we'll buy the house from you, and we start flipping houses. So that's how I end up being there. So doing it from 91 to 95, I was able to I connect with so many artists, and I'm gonna show you a list of it. I connect with some of the biggest artists you can think of. They just gotta know me. So, you know, most people knew me because of what I was doing. When I got in church, they didn't know that. They didn't know I was Randy P, who rocked with Queen Latifah, with Tupac, with Jay. They got songs with Jay-Z. They don't know that. They don't know all that when I got in church, right? So I really had to humble myself and start this whole business over again because, I can't get the same clientele that I have with these people. But these are the people I work with, and I have a long list of. I'll show you in a few minutes. A whole list of people I either DJ for or did produce. Now with Jay-Z, I not only DJ, I only DJ with him. I mean, he not only came when I DJ, but he also did songs with me. So, and people didn't even really know who Jay-Z was till they start working with me. Because at that time, I was hot. Like everybody knew who I was, they even knew who he was. Now, he was as you know, he's a artist. I know Jay-Z. He came into who he is. So so let's go back a little bit. I gets in church in 95. I gotta start all over again. All right, what are some of the things I did, y'all, to start over again? Can y'all tell me, based off the testimony I just said a while ago, what did I have to do to start over again?
So you started following Christ?
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my business. What did I do? Anybody pick up on any things I did a while ago? I changed my genre of music, right? Sometimes you have a business, you're an entrepreneur, you put a product out, and the product might work for a few months. It might work for a year, and then next thing you know, ain't nobody buying that pocketbook no more. They don't like that no more, right? When you're in business, you gotta be able to change up. You know, I didn't know all this as a kid, but I had to change up your way. What I found out is that entertaining is all the same. It's just different music. Once I got my mind to now, my first gig I did as a Christian was a wedding. Someone booked me to do the wedding. I was like, "Why you book me to do a wedding? I don't know nothing about no Christian. That's like you don't need DJ. I know that's a gospel. I wasn't really DJing no more for about 6 months. So I tried, and got a couple CDs, and I said, "Well, it's the same thing. It's just different music, right?" So I had to change my music. I had to change my format. I changed the type of music I played, starting all over again. I'm gonna show you something that's very important. Let me show you this video. Oh, you can't hear it. Hold on. This is a young man. He's on the Breakfast Club. Uh, let me see if I can turn the volume up here. Yep, he's trying. He's trying. He's trying. He's trying. He's trying. I see the thing going up there. All right. For this young, anybody ever heard of Breakfast Club before? He's on the Breakfast Club telling my testimony. He said, basically saying, hey, here's a guy who had everything going for himself. He done got saved and gave away all his equipment and everything. That's how much an impact that you make on people. That if you really are an entrepreneur and you really trying to do it right, you'll make an impact on people that you don't even know. This I went on the Breakfast Club talk. They call yo man, you was on the Breakfast Club. Oh, Breakfast Club. What are you talking about? No, this guy on the Breakfast Club talking about you. Right. So it took me this was like a few years ago. So I wasn't in a place where I can pull it up on my phone. I had one of them old phones, y'all. I had a flip. My wife made me get way to the iPhone because I had a flip phone. but I couldn't pull it up to keep it 100. So when I finally pulled it up, I was able to see the interview. And the dude texted me and laughing, with a laughy thing. I got you. I'm talking. And this guy, he talks about me a lot of times in the interviews as well. And if you don't know, he's Jay-Z right hand man. He's Jay-Z's best friend. And but they know they know me, you know, in my testimony. But he's on here saying, hey, here's a guy who, and we'll pull it up later. But he's just basically saying, here's a guy who had everything going for himself. Then he gets in church, doing away his equipment and everything. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you have a business and you make changes, and then it's all about having yes, you want to sell a product, yes, you want to have a service, but you also want to be concerned about what kind of impact you're making on the community. You know, so that's why we say we can think big, but let's plan bigger. I wasn't planning on making an impact on them, but now since I see that I make an impact on them, I run with that. So, but guess what? I had to work for somebody else for 22 years. Working for somebody else, 22 years. While I was there, guess what I did? I observed their blueprint. I went to the guy who ran the company. I was like, hey, you know, let me learn about what y'all doing here. It's a whole different field, but guess what? It was big business. What I didn't know was millions of dollars was coming through. It's a nonprofit organization. That's actually the biggest organization to serve people with disabilities on the Eastern Shore. It's called Delmarva Community Service. They got like close to 400 employees. And when I worked there, it was able to look at big business. And because the supervisor, it was like, well, your department is 250,000. I'm in charge of $250,000. I didn't know that. So now when you call out, I'm not trying to call him in because he's gonna get overtime. I'm gonna call him because you get the same salary. So now I'm learning how to budget money, right? So what I'm saying to y'all is, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's okay to have a job, right? But while you at that job, observe everything you can observe. What I'm doing today, I would have never been able to do it if I didn't work at that job for 22 years. I was there observing everything, everybody on my level, everybody higher than me, everybody lower. I'm observing. Back when I started working there, they didn't even have copiers. They had not copiers. They didn't even have computers when I started working there. Everybody, you know, now everybody has a computer in their office. When I started working there, we had to go to the factory. If you take off from work, you had to go to pull up this book. It says time off. You go Xerox it. You write up the thing. I want to take off this thing. Everything was paper, you know, everything, no cell phone, none of that stuff. But I developed my exit plan. Every year I said, hey, I'm going to get up out of here. How I'm going to get up out of here. So every year, so what I'm sharing with you, when you trying to be an entrepreneur and you in the process of maybe working somewhere, or even if you're not working nowhere, observe. If you do work somewhere, observe if you here at the school working, absorb all the things that's going on at the school here. You know, talk to Mr. Kevin, say, hey, you know, understand why they doing that, why we got to do this, you know, and have an understanding, because actually you're getting a free business course. That's what happened to me. I got a free business course by working. All right. So after I left my job full time, my company, here's a whole list. I mean, I can't even really name a list of all the people that I rock shows for. You know, either I was the warm up DJ, or I was the artist DJ, or or I DJ at a party or at the party, or I mean, I can't even. I can go on and on and on and on. But maybe I know some of the people here. Some of my career highlights. I'm getting to something, y'all. My career highlights is, you know, I got a whole bunch of awards. I have a lot of awards. And matter of fact, my father passed away 2 years in 2021, and he has all my awards. That's how much I love my father. My father's my hero. Every time I get an award, I go take it to my dad's house, right? I went to my mother-in-law house. I went there like maybe sometime last year. I looked at the thing and see all my awards. I'm thinking, man, I want my awards back. Like I said, he got all my awards. She still got them. But you know, hey, he poured into me, so I'll get back to my dad. But one of the main things I really admire is I was able. Now listen, I'm commanders. I'm all to the thing. But guess when Baltimore called me, want me to come DJ? Guess what? I went to DJ. So sometimes I put that in there because sometimes people ask me after I'm speaking, what's the biggest group you ever played? Well, the biggest group I ever played for was at the Raven Stadium, 71,000 people, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. The first 45 minutes, I was like, what in the world? I loosened up after a while, you know, but at first, you know, I was a little, so I got a whole bunch of awards. But so now we want to get into what I'm really here for. Just want y'all to understand where I come from. But what I'm really here for today, y'all, introduce you to strategic planning. I know this is a long thing here, but I'm gonna break it down to you. Strategic planning is a process, right? That you develop a roadmap. It involves analyzing, identifying opportunities and threats, determine the best course of action. Strategic planning is all about outcome. How you get an outcome? You make a plan, right? You gotta have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're not gonna get the outcome you want, right? So it's all about strategic planning, all about making a plan. And what do that plan do? It outlines mission, your vision, your values, strategic priorities, goals, the action plans. And while we do that, it serves as our guide. Who in here ever made a strategic plan before? All right. So you have? Oh, I need you, man. Yes, I need you. I need you. What's your name? Come on over to the front. Rosita. Rosita. When's your birthday? Oh, I ain't gonna ask you how old you is. I know y'all don't do that with women. You don't do that, you know. Hey, bro, don't ask the woman how old she is. Don't do that. Now, what year? Are you go to school here? What year are you in? She's a senior. Do you have an exit plan? Do you have a strategic plan for what's going to happen when you leave here? You're working on it now. All right. Give us one goal. Give us one goal you want to do. Y'all got it? She wants to be a home baker. What you don't know is I done have over 200 businesses. And guess what else? I helped somebody start a bakery before. So I'll talk to you after this. All right. I actually helped somebody start a bakery. No, you stay here. Hey. All right. She wants to open up a home bakery, y'all. Tell me what some of the things she need to do to open up a home bakery. Y'all give me some answers. How should you network?
Kind of communicate with others, try to build relationships around what you want.
You have to network. Because you customers, right? And customers like baked goods, right? So you got to network. Anybody else?
Location.
Find a location. Right? She said she want to do it. She want to do it from her home, man. The first person that ever came to my conference, I'm not the first person, but my first conference I did was strategic planning. A lady wanted to be a baker. Well, we didn't know how to help her, really, to be honest, y'all. She actually had all the answers. We didn't have the answers. We just came back to her every 2 weeks and said, did you do that? Did you do that? Right? Because that's what strategic, as I'm a coach and a consultant. So my job is to hold you accountable. After I make that blueprint for you, then I'm in your face every 2 weeks saying, did you do this? This is what you're supposed to do. So that's kind of what my job is. All right. He said, find a place. So she wants to do it from home. Now, do you have all the equipment? Yeah, equipment. You already have the equipment. Are you licensed to operate a bakery from your home yet? That's her goal. Her next step is to get like. Did you apply for a license, or are you gonna wait till you graduate? She wants to apply for a license now. All right. Those that know her, 2 weeks from now, with 2 weeks from now, we're coming at you. We want to know if did you apply yet. You only got 2 weeks. All right. All right. Who else does she need to do, y'all? We open up a home bakery. Anybody else? You can decide what kind of product you want to. Do you have your list yet of what you want to do? Because it's all kind of baked product. My wife's a baker. That's her love language. She comes home and just want to. My wife is about this big, but she comes home and that's what she do. And I can't do that. I can't. When I come home every night, it's brownies, it's cookies every night. I can't eat that stuff. I be like, my nose is like, man. I go in the refrigerator and get the oranges and stuff like that. All right, so you had to get your menu. You had to get what product you want to have. Are you selling online or are you selling in person? You want to do both, right? So some of the things she might have to do is start going to the farmers market. I'm gonna give you some. I got the upper hand because I already just did somebody. In the Think Plan Bigger network, what we do is every time we do our conference every year, we get people who've been through the program and that's in the network, they come out and get a testimony. So I kind of know between me going, checking up on the person and then them giving the testimony, I kind of know what the lady did, right? So one of the things she did was now she has the Hyatt. She goes to Ocean City, got a whole bunch of hotels, got a lot of clients down there. So she's rocking and rolling. Every time I go to her business, which is in Cambridge, I could never talk to her. She basically be like, last time I went there, I didn't even get in the door. She was baking so much stuff. She was like, she did like this to me, like, no, I'm baking right now. You can't come in here and talk me to death right now. All right, anything else you think she need to do? Anything? All right.
Financial analysis or
Well, financial analysis. Are you familiar with that? All right, so it's what make help people do strategic plan, but I also help people do a financial plan. And what the financial plan I do is I break down some of the services, some of the products, and say, okay, this quarter, how much money we want to make this quarter, how much product we got to sell to make this amount of money. If you got cakes sell $20, if you got this 15, $10, you got to figure out how much money you need to make because you got expenses, right? You got electricity, you gonna have a gas oven or electric. You got a gas, so you got gas. You have to calculate all that. And so now, while you doing it from your home now, or so now start looking at your bills and say, hey, yeah, my gas bill is this. How much you think it came from you baking? You have to make a decision. Excuse me. We have a new CPA, and I'm telling you, it's so many tax things you can. I mean, it's tax books on yes. I know people complain about the new administration and stuff, but I'm gonna tell you something. When you're an entrepreneur, that stuff work on your side. I'm telling you. We just did. I hate this. I'm gonna say everything, but we just did our 2022 taxes over and got $18,000 back from. We done kicked out $20,000. We got 18 of it back because we got the right CPA, right certified public. So next for you, always make sure you get an accountant. Make sure you have someone who can really knows those numbers. But what the point I'm trying to make is you can write off as you're living in the house. You can write off part of your house, because you have that because you're working there. Your electric, everything, yeah, electric, everything that goes with it. I mean, it's really deep. I'll talk to you later to get more deep. Anybody, anything else in my want to share with us? All right, thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. All right, you too. Come on, you come in. It's a process. All right, why? Wait a minute. You stay there. Why do you want to do a bakery? Tell us why.
When I was a child, I always watched my mother bake good and help nothing but human was the willing to learn. And that love grew throughout time.
All right, so she said when she was a kid, y'all heard her? When she was a kid, she was curious. Grandmother baking, and you was curious, right? So next sparked into business. I was curious. My parents got me two turntables in 1980. I got my first $20, and guess what? I'm in business, right? So sometimes that little hobby, me DJing in the park for a whole year, now they turned into a business when I got my first $20. Just like her, she watched her grandmother cook bacon. Now she's like, hey, I could do this. And have you sold any of your products yet? And it feels good, don't it? Your company, man.
Auntie Rose baked good.
Auntie Rose Baked Goods, yes. When you hear Auntie Rose, what that make y'all think? Like it's good. It's gonna be good, boy. Yes. So what's your name, man? Aaliyah. Huh? Miss Aaliyah. What type of business you like to have?
Right now, I do have a business. It's a cosmetologist business and skincare.
Cosmetology and skincare. What's the name of your business?
Lucid Maquillage, a French name.
French. Okay, French. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Lucy, yeah. What she just said. All right. Now, how long have you had this? 3 years? Oh, you rocking and rolling. So you do the hair and all that. Huh?
Like I sell the service as well, but hair, makeup, nails as well.
Where you do all that at? Come on, man. You writing off. I'm gonna teach you how to write it off. I'll teach you how to write that off. All right. Do you have any needs for your company right now?
Now it's mainly we're just putting the money together, and then I basically make a list of what products that I know is selling out fast and what products is not really doing the most at the moment.
You that?
We say about my product is vegan free.
I've been telling people vegans freeze a little bit better because you don't want to give products with chemicals, especially with people who have sensitive skin. So I've been doing my research about that for almost like 6 years.
Y'all hear that? Wow. Give her a hand. Well, what's next for you then?
Okay, cannabis business at the moment. I just got a license last year, so me and my family are working that right now.
Wow. And who's part of your team? You said your family. Mhm.
I have 6 other businesses.
You got 6 other businesses?
I'm working on the 6 businesses right now. I have so many ideas right now. I always working. So when I'm not in school, I have ideas. I'm just
And
running.
you in school too? Whew, whew. I'm trying to process this. We're our next major two moguls right here. We're gonna have Auntie Rose cooking. You're gonna go to Walmart one day and you're gonna see Auntie Rose. You're gonna be like, what style that hat? Boom. You know what I mean? Wow. So, huh? I can't pronounce it. It's Lucy. She teasing me. She know I can't pronounce it. Lucy. Lucy. Look at that. How did you come up with that name then?
Me and my parents just sitting around. We had like about 50 names for some reason, and I feel like the name we was making wasn't working. And then one day I just woke up and was like, "Well, Lucy Makia." They just gave it like a ring.
Wow. All right. What can she do now? What's your next step? You might even know what your next step is.
Mainly just putting the money together, of course, for Lucy Makia. Right now, since that is kind of doing its own thing right now, it's just now trying to
Working on the cannabis.
cannabis.
All right. How are you marketing, Lucy? How are you marketing?
Now,
Word of mouth?
Yeah, so right now we kind of been trying to get grants, but it's kind of hard getting grants for small businesses, especially for cosmetologists right now. So it's more of me just what I do on campus is I drive, I be making drinks and stuff like that. So that money I be making, I be putting it towards my business.
See how I worked somewhere for 22 years and I put that money into my business, right? Oh, very good, very good. And you have you have a location where you go to the people?
Right now, so either they come to me or I just send the products to them for right now. But right now, I have my website, everything like that. So when it comes down to makeup and stuff, they come to me. Now I will communicate with them if they don't have like a ride to get to me. I will come to them.
Okay.
But it's just more of just doing your research, just communicating with people, and yeah.
All right. So I don't have my statistics with me. He has some.
I'm saying on your website, we on the Facebook, Instagram, all that. But you got all that. This is a different generation.
On TikTok,
Yeah, keep it professional.
all professional, all professional. I actually have a TikTok page where I have like my goofy one, but I have my business one where I do like my makeups and get ready with me. I separate my life and my work.
You hear that? Y'all know each other?
But we,
I need y'all to connect. I need y'all to connect. Right? This is all about. I need y'all to connect. Man, this is over with. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up in a few minutes. So these are some of the things that's in your paper. I'm not gonna talk about. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. We still gotta give you a homework assignment. All right. So this is all in your packets. I want y'all to read this on your own leisure. You know, you all gotta have a mission. Why I'm doing this? What's my vision? My vision was I'm trying to get up out of this job. I gotta do something, right? SWOT analysis. Who knows what a SWOT analysis is? That's in your paper, okay? SWOT analysis is when you sit down and you say, what's my strengths? What's my weakness? What's the opportunities I have? Do I have any threats? And she actually was just sharing some of the things right here. Objectives. Objectives is like, you know, what part, like her and her family sit down and say, hey, this is what we need to do next. And then develop a plan and of course execute, but not only execute, review the plan and repeat it. Review the plan. I didn't bring none of my statistics, but my statistics is crazy. Like I do, like I think I don't know about last year. I didn't do the tally yet, but in 2023, I did 267 day gigs. I did 48 nights and weekend gigs, and this is DJing. This is DJing, right? So what DJ, DJ 2 times. I do 2 to 4 gigs every day. Now you tell me who y'all know, not you. He's a DJ. He's a DJ. But I still DJ more than you do. I do 2 to 4 gigs every day. I'm about to leave here and go do a gig, right? Am I the best DJ in the world? Mm-mm. But guess what? I've mastered the art of what? Strategic planning. I learned how to plan. I look at all my statistics. I said, hey, last year in February, we didn't DJ that much. Last year in February. Oh, we only had 10 gigs. Let's make 20 this year. So now I'm doing this. When Thanksgiving comes, now I'm doing a sale. If you want to book me in February, 10% off. If you want to book me in February, I'm setting you up so my stats could be good in February, right? You have to know your statistics. So as you start making your product and selling it, keep a tally on what you're selling. In her case, she knows her product. She's actually you're on a really good pace. That don't mean you don't need a strategic plan, because everybody needs a strategic plan. This is not a business plan. Business plan is for when you're trying to get money. You want me to put my money in your business, you're going to tell me what you're going to do. That's what a business plan is about. Strategic plan, you don't have to worry about nobody's money. You just focus on execute, planning and execute, planning and executing. So so what are your goals? What are your goals? I'm just telling y'all, I'm just saying, what is your goal? Where do you see yourself 5 years from today? This is my information. My name is Randy Potter. Thank you so much for having me today. I want to give a shout out to my wife. I got a wife, her name is Alicia Potter. She is my partner. She's my spiritual partner and she's my business partner and she's just my partner. I just love my wife. And a big shout out to my man, Mr. CJ and Mr. Tucker. He was an amazing DJ. And he's right. He do DJ a lot because every time on Facebook, I'm like, man, you did DJ again? Like he plays a lot. I give him a lot of credit. If you,
When you guys do stuff for free in order to get stuff out there, Randy can tell you sometimes, because you're not going to jump into somebody might not know who you are and they might not know your quality. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to get stuff out for free.
so next time I come to UMS, I know who's going to do my hair and makeup before I go on this stage. I got me a connect. And she might do it for free, you know what I mean? I got me a little connect right here. I know how to come off a stage. The sweets is there waiting for you. I get Auntie Rose, you know what I mean? I'm setting my own self up. This is strategic planning right here. All right, so if you want to get in touch with me, I'll give you a 30-minute free coaching session. All you have to do is do this. Y'all know what to do. Take a picture of it. I'll give you 30 minutes free. Won't even charge you a dime, right? And we'll just talk about it. We'll talk about it. And I actually have a session when I leave here before I go DJ. The young lady right there, I got a session there. So thank you for everything. Don't forget, think big, plan bigger. What's your strategy? Nice meeting everyone.